Okay, here we go. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another segment of Awareness Wednesday Prime Time. We are your hosts, Reggie and Victoria Flanagan, here in New Jersey. So, welcome everyone who's connected and or about to get connected. So, welcome to our platform. So, before we get started with our topic tonight, I'm going to pass this over to our urchin, my favorite right person, my better 7/8, Mrs. Victoria Flanagan, giving the reasons why this platform is important to her. Welcome to Awareness Wednesday.
Yes, welcome, 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 family. I just like this platform because I'm very informative.
Yeah, she
I
is.
find
Yes,
something, I have to
yes,
share it. I can't keep
yes.
it to myself. And I think we all should do that. You find something that works and it's beneficial for the masses. Let's share it out, family. We
Yep.
got to really come together now and get things together for real.
And that's it. And she gets very excited about when she's
I
doing that
really
research. She gets very, very excited when she finds something new, enhancing her education when it comes to research in the health and wellness industry. So I applaud her for that.
love it.
Yep, she truly does. So again, welcome everyone that's connected. We appreciate you being here and supporting our platform. We surely do. I express planning to take some copious notes tonight. All right, we're talking about a serious subject that's affecting millions and millions of people around this country. All right, when it comes to our health. So before we do that, let's go into our topic, which is serving God with a healthy mind, body, and spirit. And our scripture, as always, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. That's 3 John 1 and 2. Our subject, as you can see, mucus. Millions upon millions of people here in the U.S. suffer with that. And it's, I said it this morning, it's just amazing that other countries don't have these high rates of mucus issues. And I'm going to tell you what I feel, by my opinion, is because of what we're feeding our body. We're consuming too much, too many mucus-forming foods.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons why we have the higher rates of cancer, diabetes, obesity, allergies, respiratory issues because of that. Oh, yeah, I know and all about this. But that's some so it's a problem, but we can fix it. But it's up to you to make that happen by changing the way you treat your temple each and every single day. That's the most important thing. All right. So we do have a disclaimer. The Power Cover of Health. This program offers health and nutritional information and is designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on this information as a substitute for, nor does it replace professional medical or psychological advice, diagnosis, or treatment. None of the statements made have been reviewed or approved by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. We are going to be speaking about some nutritional products, so we do have a disclaimer on those as well. The products we're going to be speaking about have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and are designed to mitigate, treat, cure, or prevent any types of disease. But all we do know, by our opinion, we have the best nutritional products on the market today. Products that can help and aid in all these issues, up and including mucus. How about that? So that being said, I'm going to pass this over again to the urchin, our certified health coach, my better 7/8, because she's way more than just my partner in crime, Mrs. Victoria Flanagan. Take it away. Let's talk about mucus.
All right. I thank you, sir. Yes, yes, yes. I do. I love this platform. We just got to get our numbers up.
That's
Text out. Tell your friends. Just get this information out there,
Have big
family.
numbers this morning.
I'm telling you,
I'd love to see those numbers on prime time.
but we just have to do better with the getting the information out. I'm not a doctor. I don't try to play like a doctor, but I am a researcher. If I find something and I get it from several sources, I'm going to bring it to my people because we have to know. We perish from lack of knowledge. That is just us. I mean, and they're not even hiding anything anymore. They're doing it right before our very eyes. So we gotta wake up. We truly have to wake up. So what I started with this morning was everybody know Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi, he knew his stuff. I mean, this man was healing everything from AIDS to lupus to you name it, and he was healing it. And they was just saying, there's no way that is happening. There's no way it's happening. But it was. It truly was. So Dr. Sebi, he was born Alfredo Bowman in Honduras in 1933. He was born, this is his birthday month, November the 26th. And he was self-educated. He was a self-educated man. He learned the majority of his things from his grandmother and his grandfather. And just getting into the nitty-gritty of things. And he didn't have a whole lot of schooling either, but you couldn't tell this man he didn't know his business. So unfortunately, he died August the 6th, 2016. Long story there, but if you know anything about Dr. Sebi, Yeah. So he was all about cleansing and detoxifying the body. The majority of his books was all about cleansing and detoxifying. And Dr. Sebi stated himself, there's only really one disease out there. And it depends on where it lodges in the body, where it falls in the body. So he said the one disease that's out there is mucus.
Mucus.
Mucus, if you really, really sit back and think about that. Mucus, what is it? Where does it come from? And how does it affect us in that manner? So Dr. Sebi himself, he was diagnosed with asthma, with diabetes, with impotency, with obesity, and he came to the United States after unsuccessful treatments with conventional doctors and traditional Western medicine. Dr. Sebi was led to an herbalist in Mexico, an herbalist, finding great healing success from all his ailments, compounds geared from intercellular cleansing and the revitalization of all the cells that make up the human body. Dr. Sebi was dedicated. He was dedicated over 30 years of his life of finding cures with herbs. With herbs. We have to get back to putting into our bodies the things that God put here
from the earth
for us. Exactly.
The real
Everything
deal.
we need is already here. He put it here for us. And it says Dr. Sebi, African approach to disease relies on all natural botanical remedies to cleanse and detoxify the body, bringing it back to a more alkaline state from the acidity that caused it in the first place. So we have to really look at that. And we talk about that all the time on this platform. Most people are very, very acidic. And if you're acidic, you're going to be sick.
In some form or way.
Exactly. If you get your body in an alkaline state, give your body exactly what it's asking for, your minerals and your herbs and your amino acids and all of those things that your body is asking for, your body can heal itself. Proper nutrition and proper waste removal, your bodies can heal themselves. Very important to understand that. So he said by removing accumulated toxins and replace depleted minerals with cell food can regenerate damaged cell tissue, especially those eroded by acidity. And some people are just messing their bodies up. We're doing it to ourselves, family. The primary organs affected are the skin, the liver, the gallbladder, your lymph glands, kidneys, and your colon. He said you can't clear up anything until you clean your colon. That's from Dr. Sebi. He was just big.
That's your body's waste system. You gotta clean that.
Detoxifying the body. That's just who he was. And once you acknowledge the information of that and how important it is, you can heal yourself. You turn around and it's like, I feel better. But the pharmaceutical industry does not want that to happen because this is $1 billion business. If there's excess mucus in the bronchi tubes, this is called bronchitis. And if it's in the lungs, that disease is called pneumonia. You have to understand that. If it's in the pancreas, over-secretion of mucus in your pancreas duct is called diabetes. And if you have an overload of mucus in your joints, that is called arthritis. I said I have this. Where's my list? I was supposed to put this on my page. I got a whole list on mucus. It says a lesson when the body becomes saturated with the acid poison resulting in a faulty acid foods, a person will suffer from one or more mucus disorders. Here are a few of their names. Mucus in the stomach is called gastritis. Mucus of the mouth is called stomitis. Mucus of the throat is called diphtheritis and actually a diphtheria. Mucus of the nose is called rhinitis. Mucus of the bronchi is called bronchitis, hay fever, or asthma. Mucus of the lungs is called pulmonary influenza or pneumonia. That's in your mucus in your lungs. Mucus in your eye, overload of mucus in your eye, that's conjunctivitis. Mucus in your ears is called otitis. Mucus of the brain is called meningitis. We were talking about that earlier. The buildup of plaque in your brain is called amyloid plaque. It's just a buildup. That's also a form of Alzheimer's and dementia. That's just plaque buildup. The next one is mucus in your small intestines is called enteritis. Mucus of your large intestines is called colitis. Mucus of your appendix is called appendicitis. Mucus of the liver is called hepatitis. Mucus of the pancreas is called pancreatitis. Mucus of the kidneys is called nephritis.
Right.
Usually that's autoimmune issue. You got nephritis of the lungs, Bright's disease. Mucus of the vagina is called vagininitis. Yeah, you could get too much mucus there too. Mucus of the uterus is called metritis. Mucus of the ovaries is called ovaritis.
Ovaritis.
Mucus of the bladder is called cystitis. Prostate is prostatitis. Of the joints is called arthritis. Of the veins is called phlebitis. The arteries, too much mucus in your arteries is called arteritis. And then you have the heart. Too much mucus around or in the heart is cardioditis or pericarditis. That's a buildup. Yeah, that's a lot of mucus. So you can see too much of a mucus buildup is going to lodge somewhere in your body, and exactly, it's going to cause some problems. So here we are. Because the disease can only exist in an environment that is acidic. This is why it's so important to take heed to what we talk about every Wednesday. Only consistent use of natural botanical remedies will effectively cleanse and detoxify the diseased body, reversing it in its intended alkaline state. Anything can be reversed if you catch it early enough, family. They don't tell you that. The colon is the most important organ and must be cleansed by detoxifying before any disease can be reversed. The colon. Got to take care of your colon. And all toxins are eliminated from the primary organs, your skin, your liver, your gallbladder, your lymph glands, and the colon. They will be recycled throughout the entire body. If the colon is the only organ cleansed or detoxified, other major organs will be left toxic, thus leaving the disease in the body. Everything is connected to everything. You got to get it together, family. One must consume real food to maintain and sustain itself, not dead food. You need to eat foods that's alive, that's organic, that you've grown yourself.
Exactly.
You got to just do better.
That's what your body needs. That's
And
what it
this
asks
here
for.
at Artist, we just have some awesome products that will nourish the body and detoxify your body on a cellular level. So let's get into this mucus. Mucus, mucus, mucus. What is mucus? Another name for mucus is called snot.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We've all seen that.
We've all seen it. We've all experienced some. Exactly. Snot is snot.
Exactly. Could be in many
mucus.
colors: brown, green, yellow.
Mucus is a totally normal substance that the body makes to help keep you healthy. We need some of that, family. It's a slippery, sticky gel-like substance that coats the nose, the throat, and your lungs. Having mucus isn't a problem until it starts changing colors. This is why you have to pay attention to this. So that it's a vital bodily secretion that serves as a natural defense mechanism, lining various surfaces within the body to protect against pathogens and irritants. Its presence and the characteristics can indicate underlying health conditions, you can tell by your mucus, making it an essential indicator for diagnosing illnesses. So you got to know what's happening when you see this. Understanding the definition, the colors, the causes associated with the condition of mucus can provide valuable insight into one's health status and aid in timely medical intervention. So, what color is your mucus? Did y'all know mucus came in different colors? Oh, it does. Mucus is mostly water, but it also contains important proteins and some sugars. The cells that make mucus also produce molecules that support your immune functions, which are incorporated into the mucus.
Mm-hmm.
The molecules in mucus include your immune modulating molecules and protective molecules. The weather is changing, so you're going to start getting a little runny nose, or if you're not wearing a scarf or protecting yourself or putting a jacket on, you don't know what you could be coming down with. It could be the RSV, it could be the flu, or it could be just a common cold. So we got to really pay attention to what's really going on out here. So, like I said, mucus is a slimy substance produced by the mucous membranes in the body. It serves as a protective layer, trapping
Mm-hmm.
pathogens, dirt, particles to prevent infections and damage to tissues. It's like a it's like a fly trap. It catches stuff before it really can do some damage to your body.
Yeah,
That's what that
it
mucus
does.
is for.
It does capture toxins too that you're breathing. Some of it, yeah.
There you go. Mucus also lubricates surfaces,
Mm-hmm.
facilitating smoother movement in your respiratory, digestive, and your reproductive system. Now, there's some different colors to the mucus. This is where you start getting into what's going on. There's some white mucus. First, there's some clear mucus. There's some white mucus. There's some yellow mucus, some green. You have pink, red, brown. You even got black mucus.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into some of the colors.
The white mucus is normal.
The clear and the white is usually
Mm-hmm.
as normal. It says right there. You
Oh, there it
reading
is.
my
Oh, no, I was
report.
actually looking at the graph.
The mucus color
Mm-hmm.
can indicate various health conditions. This is how you know when something is going on. Clear is usually normal and healthy,
Mm-hmm.
indicating proper hydration and functioning of the body's mucus tissues. White mucus, this can signal congestion or a possible infection as the white blood cells enter the areas and it thickens the mucus. Also, could indicate that you're dehydrated and you need more water. That's the white mucus. Now you have the yellow and the green mucus. People cough this stuff up every
Mm-hmm.
morning,
Mm-hmm.
or but that
If you have
morning is usually the first time because you done
right.
laid down and you done laid dormant. So when you sit upright and everything just drains, you don't know what all gonna come
Because
up
what
out
you're
of there.
breathing, a lot of people, sleep with their mouth open, so you're
Right.
sucking in all these dust particles and everything else throughout the night. Think about it, you're sleeping 8 hours, and exactly. So you got a lot of stuff you've been breathing in. So that stuff got to come out. That's the way the body rejects it, sends it out. Yeah.
So the yellow and the green, yellow or green, often signifies a bacteria or a
Mm-hmm.
viral infection,
Yep.
as the color comes from the enzymes in the white blood cells fighting off the infection. It also means that if you have a serious bug that's trying to get in for the long haul, something's going on. Green is a sinus infection trying to get in there. Seeing green mucus, it's time to go see the doctor.
Mm.
You know that you just coughing up this green stuff. You know it's not supposed to be there, so it's time to see the doctor. Especially careful when it comes to your throat and your lungs, because if you coughing it way down up in there, you can hear somebody when they cough. You can hear all that rattling in
Rumbling,
their
yeah, that
chest.
rumbling,
Well,
yeah.
that's a
It's
lot
deep in the
going on in
membrane.
there. Exactly.
Yeah.
That could be in the lungs and they can't get that up. Green mucus means that you have something like bronchitis or pneumonia brewing in there, or you can have both. Both can be very serious. The green and the yellow can be very serious. And I was saying this morning, as people age, like the elderly, you get some of that mucus in your
Take
chest,
you out.
you can't get it up and you can't swallow it or get it down. That stuff will choke you.
Mm-hmm.
You got the elderly and you got the little kids, the babies, because they don't know to cough and cough and cough that up. So that stuff can really get lodged in there and it can choke you. It really can. So the next color It says red, pink, or brown.
Hmm.
May indicate some bleeding of some sort, often from irritants or the dryness of the nose or the airway, where you done blew and blew and blew and you done made your nose bleed and it
Or
done
pop a
dried up.
vessel in your nose.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Brown mucus can also result in inhaling smoke or dirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you went into a garage and you had to clean a garage and you come out and get some fresh air and you blow your nose, it's like, what in the heezy? What in the ham
That's what you
sandwich is
breathe in.
this?
Uh-huh.
That's all the stuff you done breathed in the garage. So it's going to come out dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's some black mucus, uncommon and could be caused by inhaling heavy smoke or dust. This is why you got to get out of there's a fire, you got to get away from the fire, get out from in that area because you're inhaling all of that. There was a big fire the other day. The UPS, what was it? UPS plane went down.
Yeah, it went down a crash, right?
But it was a guy sitting in the parking lot filming it on his phone. He needed to get as far away from that smoke as possible, and it was a lot of smoke. So the black is uncommon and could be caused by inhaling heavy smoke or dust, but it can also indicate a serious fungal infection, especially in individuals with compromised immune system.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know it's something serious if it's black. You need to get to a doctor and figure this thing out.
And get some kind of antibiotic, something.
You. So here's why you have respiratory health. Changes in mucus production consistently, the color can indicate respiratory infections, chronic conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, that's COPD. If you know, if you've ever been around with somebody with COPD, they got that rolling and rasping
It's
and
deep
in their
deep.
chest. I'm telling
It's so
you,
bad.
and it just rattles.
It does. You can't even cough that up. You have to have a medication to break that and get it out. Mm-hmm.
So that's a respiratory issue. You have asthma, you have cystic fibrosis. That thick, persistent mucus can obstruct your airways, while excessive production might suggest an active infection or allergic response. Like you said, you're going to need a horn or something to break up all that mucus in your chest. And that could be
Yeah,
a
they usually
scary, that
get
could be a
exactly.
scary
It
thing
can.
too.
I know a lot of people that suffer with allergies during that certain season, or in the beginning, or towards the end. You'll get that that mucus build up in your chest, and they have to give you just deep in there. So they'll give you this either this cough syrup, or they give you this inhaler to help relieve that, to break that up, so it can get out and leave your lung area. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it can mess you up.
Yeah.
The next one is your digestive system. This is your gut. Mucus in your stool, for example, can signal gastrointestinal issues ranging from bacterial infections to inflammatory bowel disease, that's IBD, or such as Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. That's a buildup, just a buildup of mucus,
Yeah.
bacterial infection in your gut. Its presence helps to diagnose and monitoring these conditions. So there's a lot of people that suffers from Crohn's, ulcerative colitis. I mean, just gut issues, gut issues. The next one is your immune response. The presence and characteristics of mucus can reflect the body's immune response to pathogens. An increase of white blood cells, as indicated by yellow or the green mucus, signifies an ongoing battle against some type of infection. That's your immune system fighting back. Body's always on defense. The next one is infection control. Monitoring mucus can help in the early detection and control infectious diseases, guiding the use of antibiotics, antivirals, and preventing spread of pathogens, especially in a vulnerable population and healthcare settings. That's why most people get sick when they go to the hospital, because there's so much in the air. You don't know what all you inhaling. So you really got to keep your immune system as strong as you can get it. The last one is hydration and environmental factors. The consistency and the amount of mucus can also indicate hydration levels and the impact of environment factors such as allergens and pollutants on an individual's health. So important. If you're dehydrated, of course, you're not going to have any mucus because there's nothing in there. So you have to stay hydrated. It says understanding the nuances of mucus productions and the characteristics enables healthcare providers to make more informed decisions about the diagnosis, management, and treatment of various conditions, highlighting its significant role
Right.
in clinical settings. So if you're going to the doctors because you got phlegm in your chest or you can't get that up, you got to let them know what's in there, how long that's been going on, what color is it, what you ate, what you didn't eat. Just put all these things together like a puzzle so they can figure out exactly what's going
And
on.
they'll test everything. The stethoscope, they can hear it with that. They also have this machine, it's like a little device you blow into, it has like these colorful balls in it to see how much air you can get in, and they can monitor it and give you
Turn your lung
brain.
capacity.
Yeah. And a lot of people that have it, they start to blow into that and you start coughing because of that issue in your lung. That's how they figure it out.
It's so good to meditate too. If you
Yeah.
never meditated, it's a good thing to do. And then we always talk about the 4-7 8 breath. You breathe in on 4, you hold for 7, and breathe out of your mouth on 8.
Right.
That is so significant
Yeah.
because as we age, we start to lose some of that lung capacity. I grew up with a swimming pool in my backyard. I could hold my breath for a long time. Going to the gym just here not too long ago, I can't hold my breath at all. It's like, what happened? What happened? Yes, I could just swim from one end of the pool back and forth and back. Oh, I got to come up for air. So as we age, these things take hold. So, but if you don't practice that or practice holding your
Of course,
breath,
you'll lose it.
you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's all a part of exercising too.
You got to exercise your lungs. It's an organ. You got to breathe, take in deep breaths, hold those breaths. You definitely got to do
You
that.
got to do that. So mucus also helps with critical functioning, such as adding moisture to inhaled air, preventing moist organs from drying out, filtering, trapping, or eliminating inhaled microparticles, microorganisms such as allergens, dust, smoke, pollution, viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Also protecting the surface tissues from infection. I'm telling you, mucus plays a big part in our life. We need that. Maintaining a healthy balance of bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract. That is your gut. So mucus helps to trap microorganisms and microparticles on the surface of the lungs. These tiny hair-like appendages called cilia line the lungs and beat in unison, creating a pulse that moves the entrapped particles up and down in your lungs. So that's why it's so important to hold your breath sometimes. How long can you hold your breath? I mean, you got to practice these things for real. You really do. So the next it says, where's the other that I did? Nope, that's the colors. Let me see. Okay, let's go here. Mucus is essential for functioning of many of our body's organs. A person might think their bodies only makes mucus in response to illnesses, allergens, and irritants. However, the body's always producing mucus, which is critical for the functioning of several organs and the immune system. Many health issues can lead to a mucus buildup, drawing a person's attention to the key bodily fluids. Most healthy people never notice that they are continually producing and swallowing it. Also, here we go. Mucus consists mainly of water and a gel-like forming molecules called mucin. The body uses mucus to protect your tissues, to remove particles, and prevent infections. We went over that. Mucus is also a fluid that the body produces in line moist areas such as your eyes, your mouth, your nose, your sinuses, your lungs, your throat, your stomach, intestines, and reproductive organs. That's all the things that, what's it, mucus in your stomach is something else, mucus in your eyes, conjunctivitis, all those itises. That's where all that comes from. So most people only notice mucus when they are ill or exposed to
Right.
allergens or irritants. Now, it also says, should I swallow it, the mucus, or should I cough it or spit it up and spit it out?
Well, we've all been
Mucus,
there. Sometimes you
I'm telling
can't.
you,
It's not high enough, and you end up swallowing it. Yeah, it can be.
So it's harmless.
Yes, it is.
It is.
But it's
really
mostly
harmless,
water.
but it sounds
Yes,
nasty.
it does.
The stomach acid, your stomach acid will
Destroys it.
kill whatever is in that phlegm.
Correct.
So a lot of people, like Miss Claudette was saying this morning, she said she would wake up out her bed. She didn't practice her body where she's not swallowing any of it. She would just cut all that off and she would have to sit up and go and spit it out. Because a lot of people can't swallow that phlegm. You know that that's mucus in there and they don't want to swallow it, so they're constantly spitting.
They don't want to feel the thickness of it going down their
Exactly.
throat.
But it's harmless. Like I said, your stomach acid is going to
Yes.
kill whatever in that phlegm. And you don't have to kill yourself trying to spit it out.
You give yourself a headache and fall out.
I'm
Trying to cough that out. Strain yourself and bust a cord to get
telling you. And as long as you
Oh,
can
serious.
get it out of your lungs, that's very
Right.
important. You
Yes.
don't want it lodged and stayed in your lungs. It
Exactly.
says on the average, a person produces 1.5 quarts a day of mucus.
What?
1.5 quarts a day
Wait a
of
minute.
mucus.
One person?
That's
Oh,
on
can produce
average.
on average. Wow.
You
That's a lot of mucus.
about 1.5 liters every day
That's a lot.
without even hardly even noticing.
Well,
You're
that's the
swallowing
normal mucus that you have.
You're swallowing all day, so
Mhm.
some of that is mucus. It's not all spit.
Can you imagine that? A quart
Yeah, that's what it says.
and a half?
Cold and other respiratory infections or heavy smokers, your phlegm may be thicker and
Yeah.
darker. That's a smoker. If you're a smoker, stop it. Put it down. So I said mucus is like a fly trap. It's in there for a reason. We need some of that to catch whatever is coming through it so it doesn't stick. Your body is always in repair. So the best way to decongest your nose is through steam. I was saying you can get a big steam pot and let the steam come up and put a towel over your head and inhale that steam. It'll just open up everything, open up absolutely everything. I was telling them this morning about
Neti pot?
No,
What?
the spa I went to over the
Oh, yeah,
weekend.
you talking about that?
These different
Right,
rooms that you
right.
could go in, but all of the rooms were hot. They're steam rooms.
Hot
You
boxes.
had hot boxes. You had the charcoal room. You had the amethyst room. You had yellow mud. You had the gold room. You even had a grounding room. I'm always talking about grounding, but getting grounded. But it was about cleansing. All of that was about cleansing and detoxing. I was sharing this morning that one of the rooms got up to 360 degrees.
That's an oven.
That is an oven. When I first went in and when I pulled on the door of that room, and I was like, there's no way anybody's going in that room there. And it's been there. So one of the
Desert hot, right?
I'm telling you, one of the ladies come up beside me and Shantae, my daughter, and she said, I could stay in there for 15 minutes. She said, this is my favorite room out of all of the rooms that's it. I said, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. She said, oh yeah, girl, you got to do it. You just got to do. I couldn't hold the door open for 15 seconds. But I said, I like a good challenge. Me and Shantae, we went and got back in the pool because she liked the whirlpool. I said, Shani, I gotta go back. I gotta take the challenge. I gotta get up in that room. I said, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna stay in for a minute. And I want you to time me. So you gotta go in with a mat because the floor is extremely hot. They don't want you to stand up in the room because most of the heat rises, so it goes up to the top. They want you to stay low. Either sit in an Indian position or lie down on the floor. So I got my mat. I said, I'm going in. I said, Shantae, hit the timer. I'm going in. And I sat in there. There was two other couples that came in with me. And we just sat there and they were talking. And I was like, I'm in this oven with 360 degrees. Degrees. Here. And you could just feel your pores opening and everything pouring, because you come out, you just
So,
pouring.
and that's a very good thing.
That's a very good thing.
Yep.
It's very good. And all of the rooms were good if you are ill, if you have some type of illness. They were good with antioxidants. It's in the amethyst room
Yeah.
was my favorite. The amethyst rocks all over the wall. It was absolutely beautiful. But amethyst, if you follow stones, I'm into the stones, but all of the amethyst is really good for you. The yellow mud is good for you. The grounding is, even the gold room
Talking about the ice room?
has healing properties. They even had an ice room. I don't even know how cold it was in there, but I even went in the ice room. I did 3 minutes in the ice room. So about this oven, I come up out of there and I'm telling you, it's like you repent in that room. You go through, that's a spiritual thing sitting in that room. At 360 degrees, that's a spiritual thing. You repenting so you don't go that way when your time is up.
And that's only 350.
That's they said people go through all kind of
Emotions.
manifestations
Yeah.
when they come up out of that room
Right.
because it's a cleansing process. It is truly a cleansing process. And you just
But pretty much
woo,
each room is pretty much like that, right? Spiritual.
pretty
Yeah.
much it's
It-
getting you in tune
right.
because you can't talk in the rooms. You got to be quiet. They don't want you
Right.
to bring your phones in. And it's a spiritual thing. It really is. If you ever get a chance to do a spa day and go into any of these spa rooms,
Right.
do it. Just do it. So it was just refresh. I stayed in for 3 minutes and 34 seconds. I come out, I was like, "Ah." But I did come out pouring sweat. Clothes were soaking wet from sweat.
Mm-hmm.
360 degrees. It's a pizza oven. I said I was in a pizza oven. But you feel refreshed. You truly, truly
That's a
feel
form of
refreshed.
detox. It is.
But these spas are
All that
popping up
sweating.
all over the place. We got to go
Right.
to Soho. We got one here in Jersey. There's one in Edison we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to do that, family. You got to do that for yourself. It's a healing, cleansing, detoxifying process. So back to our scheduled program. But I just had to share that because it was
It's an
just something.
experience.
It was and
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I truly loved it. Can't wait to do it again. So we were talking about mucus and how you can thin the mucus. How you can thin the mucus is to drink water.
Water.
This is why it's so important to drink your water. Drinking plenty of water, it thins the mucus. It thins the mucus. Exercise is another one. Exercise is good oxygen in, so you're going to sweat out all these impurities. And getting a good night's sleep is another one. That was in the report too. Exercise and a good night's sleep. You got to take care of your bodies. If you don't, your body is going to not take care of you.
That's a fact.
We're also going to talk about boogers. Everybody got boogers. Boogers are just dried
Snot.
mucus. Dried mucus,
That's all
that's
it
all
is.
it is.
Disgusting,
Everybody's
but
producing
it is.
mucus, but it's just dried up. It dries up and it turns into boogers. And what they say, 91% of people pick their nose. 91%. At some point, somebody got their finger stuck in their nose. So this is why it's so, so important to detox, family. Protect yourself from the elements. Just protect yourself of anything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're taking in way too many, too many junk. It's just we're taking in too much with the food, with the pesticides, the herbicides,
The different toxins
insecticides.
that we breathe
Just
every day.
I do this report on toxins. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
blow your mind. You're going to really go through your house because I even watched this program. It's called Homesick Home. How your
House
house
is
will
killing
be
you.
making you sick.
Exactly. And that
You
happens.
don't even know it.
But that happens to a lot of people. That house is what makes them sick. Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
One
Correct.
of the things
Sprays, the aerosols, the
they
candle, the fragrances, all those different things
that report is
that are
coming
unnatural.
soon.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So here are 30 mucus causing foods. These things you want to eat less of or in moderation. The first one is processed meats. Not good for you anyway, so you don't need to get
Mm-mm.
no processed meats. No bologna, no bacon, no ham and salami and all that's processed meats. It's been processed in the factory. You don't know what all they're putting into it to stretch it, to make it last longer. Preservatives to make it last longer on the shelves. So you don't know any of the plastic that is coming in. You can get microplastic away from processed meats. Milk is another one. Cheese, creams, cream cheese, cottage cheese, yogurt, ice cream, all dairy. All dairy are mucus forming foods. Dairy, butter. They got wheat. They got bread. Bread breaks down to starch, breaks down to sugar. They have cereals. They have lentils and peanuts and peas. They even got bananas on here can be formed of mucus forming. Potatoes, corn and corn products,
Cabbage,
soy products, sweet desserts, candies, coffees, some teas too. They're not decaffeinated teas, can be mucus forming. Soda, alcohol, and deep fried foods. Those are just some mucus causing foods. So I'm not saying you got to give everything up. I'm just saying in moderation. But what you can give up, give it up. So here's some foods that reduce mucus. These you can have. These you can have. They reduce mucus. Garlic. We talk about garlic all the time. It's herbs.
watercress.
Watercress, celery. Celery is good for so many things. I'm telling you, that is just a vegetable of healing. Celery. Celery, you got pickles, you got onions, you got scallions, scallops, parsley, lemons and limes, very alkalining, grapefruits, your olive oil, your avocado oil, your coconut oil. You have bone broth. A lot of the stars doing the bone broth. I was telling them this morning, I had bone broth with my meal at the spa in a little bowl. That was the first time I had it. Absolutely delicious. Can't wait to do it again. But bone broth, you can live off of bone broth.
What kind of bone was it?
I don't know, but it was a good bone broth soup. I know that. And I liked it. You also have herring fish, reduce mucus, trout, flounder. You got mahi fish, mackerel, black cod, anchovy. What is that?
What's that?
Anchovies.
Anchovies, yeah.
Cayenne pepper. That's another really, really good herb that people are sleeping on. Cayenne pepper is good for so many different things.
Right.
You know, it's a blood dilator. It's good for diabetics. Cayenne pepper. Then you have chamomile. You got chamomile. You got black pepper, horseradish,
right,
flax seeds, peppermint, and then you have
Herbal
also your
teas.
herbal teas. These reduce mucus.
So these are mucus forming foods and also mucus
Reducing
right.
mucus, exactly.
Correct.
So you just have to choose wisely. You got to know what you're getting, how to prepare it, how to put it together, what to mix
Right.
with what. But again, always you want to eat your G bombs, your greens, your beans, your onions, your mushrooms, your berries, and seeds. That's really all we're supposed to have, and throw your fruit in there. Fruit is God's candy to us. That's the candy that He gave us, was the fruit. Fruit with seeds. You want to find fruit with seeds.
Organic if all possible.
Your apples, your oranges, your plums, that's fruit. You know, our taste buds have been hijacked for so long.
Because of the diet here.
I'm telling you, so you don't even know what a good apple tastes like. You know, you can't get the kids to eat fruit because it's not sweet enough. It doesn't taste good. This is nasty. Because your taste buds have been hijacked. You know, the kids is eating cereals and all this candy, and Halloween just passed, and that's all they needed was sugar. Sugar is the weapon of mass destruction. We did that report. If you missed it, go to the Power Couple of Health on YouTube and look up sugar.
I'm sorry, but it's not there. I had to remove that one because when we did the sugar report, we had at the end we had a video that we didn't have the copyright to, so I had to remove the Bears video. So I took that whole thing down.
We got to do it again.
So we got to do sugar
We
again.
got to do sugar again. But it's
Without we can play the video on our platform. We can't record it though.
Okay, very good. But sugar is the weapon of mass destruction. You don't need sugar in your diet. It was just put here to really kill
It's like
kill us all. You said it's like
glass in your bloodstream.
And
That's what it's like.
It's just the demise
Yeah.
of our bodies if you get too much sugar. Too much sugar, too much sugar. But that's it, family. Eat your G bombs, get what you need to get out of this. Mucus, we all have it. We all have it. We all produce it every single day. That's like over 2 pints. That's Miss
That
Pamela.
is, it is. It's 2.5 pints.
Of mucus that
Yep,
we
that's a
produce on our
lot.
faces. It
That
is.
sounds like a lot.
But you don't even think about it. When you get up
You
in the
really
morning, you
don't.
really don't think about it. But the changing of the color is what we're supposed to look for, what we're supposed to look after.
Right.
And when the weather changes, you start getting your little phlegm and your little check. You want to pay attention to all of that. So now here at Artists, we're going to talk about some of the products that we have. Like I talked about in the beginning, Dr. Sebi, all he did was herbs, healing of the herbs that God put here for us to have. This company that we're part of are mostly herbs. It's either liquids or powders. They go into the system within minutes of taking them.
Correct.
They are of the pure potency of what these ingredients are. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm really going to go through the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
That's the red, the yellow, and the green. The red is and the shield. The red is our antioxidants. You got to give your body antioxidants to fight off the free radicals. They can
Correct.
fight off anything that's going on in your body. The red consists of berries, all berries. All berries are good for you. These have 5 of the highest berries from around the world, and the berries are
Noni, acai berry, mangosteen, goji, and pomegranate.
look them up, family.
Those are the 5 super berries that's in this product.
By themselves, but
Mhm.
synergistically, they are put together in this particular
And it
product.
tastes fantastic.
It really does. And that's why we get the results that we get. The people start to get better from drinking just the red Lviv. Then we have the green Lviv. These are your vegetables and your herbs. Your vegetables and your herbs that your body needs. I said before, if you give your body the proper nutrition and the proper waste removal, your bodies can heal themselves. But you got to do your part as well. So this has senna leaf in it. Senna is a natural laxative. It's natural, a leaf, senna leaf to keep you clean. So
Correct.
we say the green will keep you clean. It has other herbs that's in it. Milk thistle. Milk thistle regenerates your liver. It's an excellent product, and the green tastes good as well. That's one of my favorites. But then we have the yellow Lviv. This is a multivitamin. We all need a multivitamin, especially with the weather changing. You can drink these products all together. You can drink them separately. They work even better if you drink them hot. The yellow Lviv is just all of your vitamins. Chamomile has a little bit of everything in there. You have some
It's low. It really is. It's quite a few vitamins and it's loaded.
Product. Anything going on up in your respiratory area, up in your lungs, your yellow Lviv.
And what's so great is that they're liquids, so they're going to work on a cellular level in your body. They're going to work right away within 8 minutes. So it's very good for you.
You got to attack the body on a cellular level.
And that's what these products do.
Cellular level. Then we have our shield down front. This is a powder, and it's another strong, fantastic berry, elderberry. Elderberry, we know it cuts the durations of
Colds and flus.
You got your vitamin C, you got zinc, you got elderberry and zinc in there. And I'm telling you, you get anything, it's not going to last long. It's going. It is going. So the Fantastic Four, that's what we call it, the red, the yellow, and the green, and the shield is all you need for the winter. Everything else is just the added bonus.
That's extra.
That's just extra.
But you maintain those 4 every day. That is your body's protection.
You are good.
That is your body's protection. You got your waste removal product. You have your antioxidants. It's going to keep your immune system strong. And we're in that season right now.
We really are.
So you want to make sure to keep that temple and keep your immune system strong, because that's where a lot of people get sick, because it's depleted. It's compromised.
Exactly.
You got to strengthen it by taking products like this.
And now with the what you call it, the daylight savings time, we're not getting that sunlight that we usually get. So people are missing that sunlight. So they call it SAD, seasonal affective disorder, where people, you got to start going in the house early, the sun going down at 4:30. So we're going to miss all of that. So you got to still give your body what it needs. We have a plethora of nutritional products. Everything that you see on this screen is absolutely fantastic. Any issue that might be bothering you, we might have something for you.
Exactly. We put a package together for you.
I'm telling you,
Mhm.
every report that we do, there's something there. There's something there
Right.
for you. Healthy coffees. Who has healthy
Mm-hmm.
coffees? We got healthy coffees.
Mm-hmm.
A weight loss coffee, a collagen coffee. We got a 7-in-1 cappuccino coffee with brain herbs, lion's mane mushrooms to get your brains right. We have omega 3s, your omegas. That's for your whole overall body, your omegas. We all should be taking omega. Your threes. Lubricates your head to your toes. Good for blood thinners, for your eyes, for your skin, for your joints, all of that. Products are fantastic, family. We have a memory fusion for your brains. Your brain is a part of your body, and you have to feed that as well. The memory fusion. Some people are not connected, so mental illness is real too. You have your green 29. These are just 29 different vegetables that's in this product. You're not going to eat your vegetables, you can take your vegetables. Then we have our cran aloe. Cran aloe was my absolute favorite, not was, is my favorite product because that's also good for anything going on below the belly button for men and for women. Urinary tract issues,
Kidney.
prostate issues,
Kidney.
it's kidneys, gallstones,
Bladder.
gallbladder, all of that. Cran aloe is your product. We have a pure noni, pure noni. It's an acquired taste, but the products work. They truly, truly work. And that's been around for over thousands and thousands of years. And they use it therapeutically as a medicine,
Mm-hmm.
the
The
pure
noni
noni.
fruit.
Then we have a coral calcium. I say if you have a skeletal system, you really have to take your calcium. And the coral calcium, let me just say something about the coral calcium. Coral calcium is high in magnesium. Most people are magnesium deficient. Now that it's getting darker earlier, you're going to need that vitamin D. It's in our coral calcium.
Right.
You're going to need that potassium. You're going to need that magnesium, your manganese. All of that is in our coral calcium. Some people's circadian rhythm is off because it's getting darker earlier. So the coral calcium also helps with insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, you're going through menopause, coral calcium is your product for real. But all of our products are good. We got a shake in the back, that's a meal replacement. Ultra body cleanse, detoxifying the body. That's what this whole report was about. Mucus, you want to thin that mucus, you want to detox your body. Every so often, I say when the seasons change, we need to detox.
Mm-hmm.
Just flush. Get it out of your system. But we got to do better. We have to do better. And with all of these people losing their jobs, you're losing their health care. We got to start taking care of ourselves
Sure
better than what we're doing because your body is going to slowly fall apart and it's going to be really, really hard to get your health back. I say our people, we perish from lack of knowledge. I'm just schooling you on what we need to do, family. You still have to do your part. You got to eat right. You got to exercise. You got to drink your water. You got to get a good night's sleep. Sleep is so important.
Sure is. And take your products.
And take your
Don't
products.
forget
Give them
that.
to your children. They're for the
Yes.
elderly
Yes.
to break up all that mucus in their chest. Crohn's disease. I'm telling you, any report I have covered, it's the same products.
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same products that can help with any issue across the board. And you can't fix one thing without fixing something else. You got 3 and 4 things going on. Start taking the products for one thing, everything else gonna clear up.
Especially when you start, strengthening your immune system. When that gets stronger,
Exactly.
everything else falls in place.
Everything
It
else
really
will fall
does.
into place. So we really got to start taking better care of
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. And that is going to complete our report this
Beautiful.
evening
Beautiful.
on
Beautiful.
mucus. What are you going to do about your mucus buildup?
Mm-hmm.
Drink you some hot lemon water in the morning. Get your body started. And we got to get away from these cold beverages. That's another one. Nobody is supposed to be drinking anything ice cold.
You're not. It's supposed to be room temperature
Period.
because your body has to do too much work to process
There
that.
you go. So drink it room temperature, drink your water room temperature, get you something warm when you get up in the morning because your body has been laying dormant for the night. So you want to just do better. So that's it,
Good stuff.
family. That's all I got. Mr. Flanagan?
I just want to say thank you guys for joining us as always. We really appreciate you guys stepping up and being here.
Tina.
Yeah, absolutely. She's still connected with us too.
Mhm.
Yes, I know.
Doctor.
Teacher now. I'm telling you, we do. But we're glad you did join us for tonight. We appreciate you very much, as well as everybody else. Absolutely, we do. All right, and if you have not yet, connected on YouTube with us, we do have a YouTube channel, The Power Couple of Health. Go there, subscribe, hit the bell so you get alerted whenever I load something new onto the platform. But it's information filled. There's tons of information there. You can always go back, play, rewind, and listen to the different topics.
I'm a nerd, Jan.
Yeah.
I find something,
Yeah.
I got to put it in a report and
Exactly.
bring it to you.
Exactly. So it's just a great place to go back to listen to some of the other other reports that we have done, that this lady has done the research on. So much appreciated.
Let's go and
That's
look
it.
it up.
Go and look at it. It's entertaining as well. All right. So with that being said, we truly again appreciate you guys both on Zoom here as well as on Facebook. We appreciate you guys coming
Absolutely.
in.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very
family.
much. All right. So with that being said, as always, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. God bless you guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next Awareness Wednesday. Do you know what we're talking about next Wednesday?
We're talking about Alzheimer's, the long goodbye,
There it is.
and dementia.
That is a long goodbye. Absolutely.
It's a little combination in there, dementia and Alzheimer's.
Indeed.
We're losing too many folks.
Oh, thank you, Miss Katina. There you go.
It's your girlfriend.
Indeed.
All right.
All right. So with that being said, have a great rest of your evening. All right. For those and artists who are connected, don't forget we got Wellness Wednesday. They're going to making some announcements, some new things they're going to add to our business. So get on it at 8 o'clock, and we'll see you there. All right. But again, we'll see you next week on Awareness Wednesday. Thank you again for joining us. Bye.
Good night, fam.
Nah.